Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today, I'm just going to basically go over a couple of ideas that I had and suggestions to make the Hive on Bedrock Edition, or well, Treasure Wars on the Hive Bedrock, more fair and fun. So first of all, quick disclaimer to the Hive team: if you are watching this, one, I highly thank you, and two, I in no way mean to bash the game that you have made. I truly do enjoy the game and I think it's really fun. But there are just a couple things that just are really annoying and just are unfair and just give other players a huge advantage if they have them, and just in some ways actually break the game. So yeah, you've probably been made aware of these, but I'm basically just going to come up with all the things that I think are unfair or unbalanced in the game, and then offer basically a fix, and then also just give some of my own ideas and input. So yeah, with that disclaimer, also, if you are not subscribed, I highly suggest subscribing. You can actually subscribe below the video if you didn't know. Also, please like the video, as this took me like 3 hours to make, and support would mean a lot to me. So without that, let's get right into the video.
Okay, so just quickly, as you can see here on the screen, I've put quick little timestamps for your convenience. So yeah, if you want to just get to a part quickly, just use them. You're welcome. Okay, so as you can see here, basically I just bridge over to the enemy team. Pretty standard stuff. I then just run past them and destroy their treasure without a hitch. And then comes the PvP. So basically it's just a fist fight, and I kill this first guy, but this last guy can't really do anything against me. I'm not saying that I'm a god at PvP, but as soon as he gets a sword now, I am done. But without a sword, there's nothing you can do. So the first suggestion for items is just adding some sort of weapon that you spawn with, just to make the game a little bit more fair in the very beginning, because you have to use 5 gold to get like a stone sword, which, yeah, I know that's that, but the majority of people aren't going to get a stone sword the first thing they do. They're going to get wool to protect their bed, and then by that time the other team has gotten wool and is already rushing you. So it just basically makes it's basically just turns into a game of, if I get here before you, then you lose, and I just think that's a little bit unfair, especially to players who aren't as quick in the game or don't have as much experience. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm trying to attack Green's treasure, and Magenta tries to attack their treasure, but fails because they took too long. It would have been much quicker if they were to have TNT. Now, TNT would be an item that you could get in the special menu for about 3 emeralds. It would probably require some working out, but I still think it would be a wonderful addition to the game and would make just attacking and defending much more complicated and just require a lot more thought and strategy. Wool. Wool is a very common item in Treasure Wars, arguably the most common. Basically, it's just really easy to get. 32 wool for 5 gold. It's a bargain. But I think something that most people overlook is that wool is actually one of the most overpowered blocks in the game. Mainly because there's no tool to efficiently break it properly. For andesite, concrete, and endstone, you have the pickaxe, which is a fairly cheap mining tool that basically can break it really easily. And then for wood, you have an axe. And apart from that, there's nothing for wool. So if you think about it, wool is actually the most overpowered block in the game, because it's so cheap, and because it takes roughly the same time to break as endstone with an iron pickaxe. At its extremely cheap cost, it's just too good of a block, and it basically makes for an unbalanced base defense. An easy fix to this would just be to add shears for probably around 15 gold, and it would be the same temporary kind of tool as a pickaxe or axe, and then once you die you would lose it. Okay, so quickly going back to this clip that I used in the beginning, armor. None of us have any armor, making the PvP a little bit just unbalanced, because as soon as someone gets a sword, it's 4 hits and you're out. So what I propose is a rework to the armor system. Now, I'll touch a little bit later on this when I address diamond armor, but for first thing, I think it would be a good idea just to spawn with leather armor. Also, a quick thing I'll just add, instead of making a full armor set, have it so when someone purchases armor, it only covers the chestplate and the helmet. This would just make it much easier, as it would basically nerf armor, and I will explain why this is important later on. But still, I think just adding leather armor just to provide a bit of base protection in the beginning of the game would be a great idea. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the armor system on Treasure Wars for the Hive Bedrock. So earlier I talked about starter armor and how I think that's a good idea. And also I said that I would touch more upon other armors now, and now I'm going to. So diamond armor. For 20, basically just for 20 emeralds, you can get a full set of diamond armor, which gives you full armor bars. This basically makes you impervious to almost all forms of damage except the void. I tested it out, an iron sword does half a heart of damage. That means that you'd have to be hit 20 times with an iron sword for someone to kill you. Now this does not seem fair at all. Diamond armor really needs to be nerfed, and many people have said that, I know that, but still, I'm just going to stress it more. I seriously think that either diamond armor should be made much more expensive, and I think it should. I think it should be nerfed up to about 25 emeralds, and also as well as implement the new armor system, which basically would mean that armor only counts for the chest plate and the helmet, so you wouldn't get leggings or boots. I think this would just make it all around just more fair for everyone, meaning that basically if someone gets diamond armor, you're not immediately screwed. Last but not least, a suggestion for the world design. Not really much of design as it is more of just a feature, and that is please just make the emerald and diamond generators a little bit slower by like 2 seconds or 5 seconds. I don't really know, you guys are the admins, but that's just my opinion. Mainly just because it's really quick to get diamond armor, it's just 20 emeralds, and since there are 4 generators, that's only 5 emeralds in each generator, and if you get one every 12 seconds, that's less than a minute, and you can have full diamond armor. That's not fair to anyone, really, because then you can basically automatically win the game, because it's really, really hard to beat you. So, yeah. A wild outro has appeared. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. To everyone who did watch the video, thank you greatly. If you do want to subscribe, please do. Also, the link to my Discord server will be in the description below. Also, Hive staff, if you are watching this, thank you, and I hope this just helped in some way, and I hope that I was able to just help in any way I could. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye!